Hey, good evening, sports fans. It's the PBnZ Sports Chaos Show. We're coming back at you from the studios, and look who's back! He's not MIA. Remove the PB, APBs, or whatever you want to call it. He's back. PB's here today. And look what we got. We got a little Jack Abbey, Harponious Union IPL, from Framingham, Massachusetts.
6.5, got a nice little kick to it.
Thank you, Jack, from Jack Abbey's. We appreciate it. All right. We're going to get right into the show today. We're going to do a little 2-minute drill. We're going to talk college football. We'll talk NFL because we love the NFL. And then we'll do our pick six. And we get our locks of the week, PB. And we think G Money's going to call in. Hopefully, he'll get it right this week. All right, let's get right into it. Hey, locally, Celtics are doing quite well. They won again the other night. They're undefeated at home. They're off to a great start. Looks like Danny Ainge is back to being a smart guy. All his draft picks are working out. We love to see that. Hey, Sox, they made a big move during the week to cut payroll. They traded Cindy Leon to the Cleveland Indians for a bag of donuts. Apparently, that's going to help them make the payroll this year. Good luck on that. By the way, the Yankees are entertaining Garrett Cole as well as Steven Strasburg. How can they afford those guys and we're trying to cut bait? I don't get it.
Right. Imagine if they got them both.
Oh, my. No, I cannot imagine that, man. Hey, I got a little DYK right out of the gate. Who is the only Red Sox Rookie of the Year to make it to the Hall of Fame?
Oh,
I'll give you a hint. He was from New Hampshire.
No, I was going to say Freddie Land, but...
He caught.
He's on the Hall. Fisk?
Carlton Fisk,
All
you
right.
got it, Podge. Yes.
All right.
Nice, my man. All right. Hey, best of luck to Massachusetts high school football teams. They start the Super Bowl this weekend. Tonight, 2 games take place. Mansfield High is going to play tonight at 7 o'clock. Go Hornets. They're playing Lincoln Sudbury. Bruins. They had a great streak going. They won 7 in a row. Technically, they lost last night, but it went to overtime, so it's really, not a loss, I guess. That makes them undefeated at home still? Is that what you're saying?
Well, they haven't lost in regulation at home. And last night, they were down 2-0 going into the third. 17 seconds into the third, the Blackhawks scored again, went up 3-0. And then the Bruins came back and scored 3 goals.
Unbelievable.
Before the end, just to get the game to go into overtime. So they kept that streak alive. They have not lost a regulation game at home all year.
Hey, by the way, I got a question for you because a guy that's having a great season is Pasta. He's on pace for 50 goals in under 50 games or at 50 games. DYK fans, the last Bruin player to do 50 goals in 50 or less games is...
I would have to say Cam Neely.
Cam Neely, you are correct.
All right.
You don't know the year, do you?
It was probably mid-90s something.
93, 94.
Right.
He was not the last NHLer. Mario, Super Mario, did it 2 years later for the Penguins. But yes, Cam Neely, you got it, brother, right on the money.
But it's still been almost, 25 years since,
right? Oh, my God. Hey, by the way, was there 2 more coaches fired? How many coaches have been now fired this year in the NHL already? I mean, we're not even a quarter of the way in, I think, right?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, let's get into college football, man, because we love the college football games. Bama is dead. I'm so happy. The witch is dead. The witch is dead. Alabama
is this going to be their first time not in the CFP?
First time, never in the CFP.
Wow.
Thank God there is a God up there. I'm going to church on Sunday. Alabama is out. By the way, Michigan is not going either. They lost to Ohio State. They were crushed by Ohio State. Is Harbaugh done?
I said Ohio State would run the table, right? That Penn State, Michigan.
You did.
No problem, right? They're the number 1 team. They deserve to be number 1.
So is Harbaugh in trouble, or will Michigan keep him around?
They haven't made the CFP since he's been around, right?
Never made him. He's never beat Ohio State. He's the first, another DYK.
Yeah, you gotta do
He's the
something
first Michigan coach to go 0-5 against Ohio State.
There's too much tradition there. Something's got to happen.
Man, all right. The playoff rankings came out. The top 4 didn't change. So you got Ohio State's number 1.
Yep.
LSU 2. Clemson 3,
3,
who's getting overrated. I guess they're getting overlooked in my mind. And Georgia's 4, right?
Yep.
So we'll see. By the way, big news of the weekend for local fans anyways. BC won. I can't believe it. I didn't pick them to win. I thought they'd lose the Pitt. They won the game. They're now bowl eligible, PB. Yep. Is that correct?
Yeah, they'll make the PBnZ Sports Chaos Bowl.
There you go. Maybe someplace in Tupelo. Who knows? I don't know. But the funny part about all of that is they still fired Adazio, which, if you're a BC fan, we're celebrating today. Bye-bye, Stevie. Hey, in that game, A.J. Dillon had another great game, 178 yards. He's one of the best backs I've ever seen in my life. Oh! We got a call coming into the PBnZ show right now. Hey, good afternoon. You've called the PBnZ Sports Chaos. Who do we have on the phone today?
Yes, it's Rick from North Andover.
Oh, Super Rick. I
Coach
know
Rick.
you. Coach Rick, you're a huge BC fan, right?
Yes, I am.
Oh, what do you got for us, Rick?
Well, I actually have a couple of questions for you. My first question is really more local in nature, and it actually has to do with Boston College.
Okay.
I've read news reports that talk about it being more of a nationwide search for a qualified coach from another program, but at the same time, I've heard some stories about maybe that the athletic director is going to make a choice from someone who's closer to the BC family or was part of the BC family. What do you think?
Well, you know what? First of all, as a BC fan, and the BC fans need to be ignited again with energy, that would be a great move. It depends on who that person is. It's got to be someone exciting, right? But I would like to see that.
Yeah, I would think it has to be someone who knows how to recruit, who has some experience in that.
Well, you got to recruit because we're not getting talent there. That's for sure. You have to be able to recruit in Boston. I know it's tough. It's not a college town by any means. You're going to be the fifth bill on the agenda, but they've had great players before. Matty Ice, obviously Dougie Flutie, right? Bill Romanowski, a bunch of guys, right? A.J. Dillon's a stud in my mind. He should be in the Heisman candidate.
Keekly.
You know, Keekly for sure down in Carolina. So we'll see.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, well, thank you for discussing that. My other question is more national in scope, and it has to do with the college football playoff picture.
Yes, we just talked about that.
Within the next half hour, I'm going to be watching Oregon and Utah.
Go Oregon, because I'm an OU fan. I need that win by Oregon.
You know, it's funny, but I thought you might say that.
Yeah, but Rick, unfortunately, we're going to see the Utes come through tonight. They're probably going to crush them. I'm even going to pick them to cover the spread.
Oh, PB's hurting my feelings.
Let's say that the Utes do that. Does that mean that the Utes have the inside track at the fourth
Well,
spot?
we're making an assumption that LSU is going to be Georgia, right?
Yes.
If we make that assumption, then yes, they do have the inside track, but it really depends on what Baylor and Oklahoma, what the outcome of that game actually looks like. I mean, if the Utes squeak by tonight, win by a field goal, and then Baylor or OU win by 21 or 28, you're probably going to see the winner of that game get in.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, no, and that makes a lot of sense. I just don't see Alabama. I think Alabama's completely out of the picture.
No, the witch is dead, Ricky P. The witch is dead. Nah. Bye-bye, Alabama. See you later, Nicky Saban.
Control yourself, Z-Man.
Thank you. Ricky, hey, thanks for your call. We got another caller. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, great.
Bye now.
Listen,
Thanks, Rick.
enjoy.
Well, so anyways, back to our discussion about, let's just get right into it. Let's talk about the BC replacement since Mr. P asked about that.
Yeah.
There's about 5 guys out there. You know what the rumor I'm hearing, PB, is Luke Fickell, who's the coach from Cincinnati, who coached at Ohio State as well, right? Al Washington, who played tackle for BC as well, defensive tackle, I'm sorry, is in the mix. Don Brown, who's a defensive coordinator, he's now out of Michigan as a defensive coordinator. I don't know what that means to his resume, but he's on the agenda as well. And a kid named Jeff Hafley, he's also a defensive coordinator at Ohio State. So I'm not sure, man. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like the DC from Ohio State, but I also Cincinnati programs really come a long way. They're a ranked team this year.
They are.
So that might be a good call there too, but I don't have any real opinion on it right now.
So before we get into the college playoff picks, right? I'm going to ask you a question. Is Joe Burrow still the Heisman favorite?
Yeah, there's no question about it.
Oh, we got another caller. Hey, good afternoon, caller. This is the PBnZ Sports Chaos Show.
How we doing, guys?
Hey, how are you? Who's this?
This is TJ.
Oh, TJ from Drake at the football guy. TJ, what do you say, buddy?
I'm happy to be back on, guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. Now, we know you're a huge BC guy. I'm sure you heard us talking about BC a few minutes ago. We had another caller talking about him as well.
I am.
You're excited, I'm sure.
I've been listening, and I mean, first things first,
kudos to Steve Adazio for instilling a toughness mentality, a true family environment, it seemed, around the team. However, all the stuff that's coming out with former big-time players and some alumni that if I were a BC coach, I would want on my side, recruiting-wise,
right,
to help.
So there is a lot of noise in social media. I've seen some of that stuff as well. I couldn't believe there's that much backlash from the former alumni that played at BC about Adazio, who didn't even play for him, right?
And Russ, I'm much younger than you guys. My biggest days were in these guys' days. We're talking Will Blackman, Andre Williams. You're not going to hear anything out of Matt Ryan's mouth, but these are the days that we as BC fans aspire for. We're talking 04 to 08, 9+ wins per year, 5 straight top 25 finishes.
Unbelievable. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Number 2, and finished that year 11-3 with a ranking at number 10 in the country.
Yeah. Oh, I went to see Matty Ice play in the ACC championship game when he was in the Heisman contention. I agree, man. We've got to get back to those days.
Yeah. So, hey, before we let you go, what's you think Joe Burrow's a runaway for this Heisman, or?
What's that?
Do you think Joe Burrow's a runaway for the Heisman?
He wins tomorrow. There's no doubt in my mind he deserves it. But
so TJ, hang on one second. Thank you, TJ. So you're saying if Burrow happens to get upset tomorrow by Georgia, there's a chance that maybe my boy Jalen Hurts could win this thing?
I'm going to go another way. I'm going to say, look at those 2 guys for Ohio State.
Oh! You hurt my feelings.
4 sacks and take it from a defensive position that we haven't seen since what?
Charles Woodson. Charles Woodson,
a guy from UM.
Yeah, yes, you're right. A UM guy. You're right. Oh,
Or what if we see Justin Fields go out and just absolutely light it up for 7 touchdowns, 4 through the air, 3 on the ground, and,
all right.
And like I said, LSU gets knocked off. You might be looking at one of those 2 Ohio State guys.
All right.
But I will say Jalen Hurts still deserves it to be in that conversation.
There you go. Hey, TJ, we appreciate your call, buddy, as usual. Thank you. Have a great night.
Russ, last thing. Let me hear your 3 top BC coach choices.
My 3 top. I personally would like to see Al Washington, Luke Fickell, or, you know what? I personally wouldn't mind seeing Don Brown come back. I know people think he's past his prime, but I wouldn't mind seeing him come back.
You know what? I've also heard this out there. I see, what about a Don Brown with Al Washington coming as a D coordinator and head coach in waiting?
I like that. You're right. That's not a bad move either. Let him get mentored by him. Yeah. So, all right.
My outreach would be, how about Chip Kelly coming back to the North?
Oh, yeah. TJ, you're hurting. You're getting me all excited. I got to let you go. We'll talk to you soon, man.
Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good one.
Thanks. All right. PB, let's get back to our picks. So you've got Oregon losing.
So first, you asked me Joe Burrow. So
establish
Joe Burrow in my book.
You think it's locked? He's locked up. Even if he loses,
it could be the biggest landslide, #1 voting ever. But I'm going Joe Burrow all the way. Okay.
I think you're high on that one. But anyways, all right. So we've got Oregon losing in the Pac-12 to Utah. You say Utah covers that game?
I think Utah covers the spread.
I think Oregon at least covers the 6.5.
All right. But you got Utah winning.
Utah winning.
All right.
Yes. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. All right. Let's go. OU 9-point favorite against Baylor. Who do you like there?
That's going to be a hell of a game. That obviously
Baylor was up by 25 the last time they played.
You know, if Utah just squeaks by tonight or Oregon wins tonight, that winner could be your CFP 4 seed. Right?
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, so I'm gonna say OU pulls it off. But I think Baylor can cover the spread. It's going to be a close game.
I'm with you. I got Baylor covering, OU winning. All right. LSU, Georgia, the big wild card game that everybody's waiting to see what happens because those other games we just talked about.
I know.
7-point spread, LSU favorite.
It's so good. They're so good. I just, a touchdown, yeah, it's going to be right around there, but I'll give the edge to LSU, and I think they can cover.
I do too. Georgia's got a great defense. I don't think they can stop those guys from scoring 50 points.
Okay.
All right. The ACC, because we got to mention it, Clemson, number 14, or number 3 team in the country, I'm sorry. They're a 28.5-point favorite in the championship game against Virginia.
I know. You know what? The way Clemson's been playing this year, they've been up and down. I have a feeling Virginia's going to have a tight first half.
Here's what I say.
I think Clemson will win, but they'll win by 24.
By the way, did you know?
Virginia will cover.
Little DYK, Clemson's on a streak. They've won the last 4 games by 30 points.
Okay.
Dabo Sweeney is PO'd because he's getting overlooked. I think they cover and they crush to make a statement.
Okay. All right.
Last, Ohio State playing Wisconsin in the Big Ten Championship. This is a foregone conclusion, I think. It's a 16.5-point spread. But it's indoors in Indianapolis. I wish it was outdoors. Wisconsin might have a shot to be competitive.
Yeah,
what do you think?
Yeah, Ohio State's just waxing teams right now.
They're going to crush them,
They are crushing teams, and I think they're going to cover that. And clear favorite to.
They might win by 28.5.
They might, and they're probably the clear favorites to win the CFP, right? The whole shooting match right now.
Yeah, they have to be. All right, let's move on to the NFL. Last night the Cowboys got waxed again. Speaking of getting waxed by the Bears. It was a tough game, 31-24. It was not even that close. As a Cowboy fan, I'm crying. But you know what? They actually resemble the Patriots a little bit.
Well, that game kind of went the same way the Houston Patriots game went.
It did.
Didn't it?
Running quarterbacks, screen passes, getting outside the pocket.
Offense couldn't get out of their own way for the first half, first 3 quarters, right?
Yeah.
And then they tried to make a little comeback at the end there, but it was kind of went the same way.
By the way, Pats unfortunately lost to the Texans. We'll talk about that momentarily. But we had some other good games last week. The Ravens beat the 49ers in the Rain Bowl. And now they're on quite the streak. Are they 8 straight now or 7 straight? Is that what it is, right?
Yep.
Unbelievable. By the way, the Bengals, I got to mention this because G Money predicted this as his lock of the week. The Bengals beat the Jets last week for their first win ever. They will not go winless for the season. I cannot believe that. The Steelers beat the Browns. I know you said the Steelers stink, but they have a shot to make the playoffs.
Well, if the season ended now, they'd be the 6th seed. I mean, they're in right now.
Little DYK, the quarterback, Duck Hodges is what they call him, right?
Yeah.
Duck Hodges. He's now 2-0. He was the 4th string quarterback on the depth chart in August. Do you know this? He's the first undrafted quarterback to go 2-0 in his first 2 starts since who?
Some random dude that no one's ever heard of.
It goes back to the strike, 1987. Ed Rubert from Louisiana. All right, hey, wait a minute. We had a caller. We lost a caller. All right, hopefully they call back. Yeah, Ed Rubert. He played at Louisville. I'm sorry. He went 3-0 during the strike for the Redskins. Hey, let me ask you a question. Mike Tomlin. I know we make fun of him up here in Foxborough because he gets beat by the Patriots all the time, but is he the coach of the year right now?
No. You have this thing for Pittsburgh. I don't know what it is.
Because they make it every year. Hey,
they didn't make it last year, did they?
No.
No. All right.
PBnZ Sports Chaos. You're calling at the right time. What do we got, caller?
Hey, this is Rich from Maryland.
Rich from Maryland. Oh, a single Baltimore fan. Yes, sir. What do you got for us, Mr. Baltimore?
Can I just make a comment to Mr. PB?
Yes.
Sure.
All right. Well, the Ravens beat San Francisco last week, and that was supposed to be the preview of the Super Bowl. So, what do you have to say about that, sir?
I don't. Yeah, I know. I mean, I think back to the night the lights went out, right? Right? Do you remember that? The last time they met each other in the Super Bowl, and that was when you had Colin Kaepernick at quarterback for the Niners. Now you got Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't see either one of those teams making the Super Bowl.
PB says neither one of the Ravens or 49ers make the play.
Do not make the Super Bowl. But I'll give you this. Baltimore has a better chance in the AFC of making it than San Francisco does in the NFC. I think there's too much strength there in the NFC when you got teams like Seattle, you got teams like New Orleans, even Green Bay, Minnesota. Those are all teams that I think will take down San Francisco in the playoffs at some point, depending on whether or not they win that division and how many rounds they have to play. But when you look at the Ravens, right now, I think they're playing better than any other team. And I'll eat my own words from what I said earlier in the year, and I would not want to play them.
Who would beat them in the AFC Championship game?
The only team that I think would give them a chance that could beat them is the Patriots. And the reason why is because Belichick, second time around, he figures out. And the defense of the Patriots is no joke. So I would be scared to play the Patriots in the playoffs if I were Baltimore. But that's where I'm going with that.
Mr. PB, my wife's talking to me on the other. And we both agree that we're big Belichick fans, so we agree with that part.
Mr. Rich from Baltimore, we also know that you're a Bruins fan. Did you hear our trivia question earlier about the last Bruin to score 50 goals in less than 50 games?
Yeah, I know, and he's tied Mauricio Shad, of course.
Oh, wow, you're going way back. Wow, all right.
Yeah, well, he's the first guy to do it. He's the only guy to do it before Cam Neely, but of course there's the other guy that scored 50 goals, Boom Boom Jeffrey on. He scored 50 goals, but not in 50 games.
Oh, all right. Well, Mr. Rich from Baltimore.
I could be wrong about that one, I guess, but I don't remember that, though.
Hey, listen, we appreciate your call, man. Thank you for calling us on the PBnZ Sports Chaos.
Thanks to both of you guys, and appreciate the stylish side and the knowledge side.
Z's got the style, PB's got the knowledge.
There you go.
Bye.
Hey, we're signing off. Thank you for calling, caller. All right. So getting into our NFL
Our previous
conversation.
caller said we were both old. I mean,
I know.
we're getting criticized all over the place here.
All
I
right.
don't know what's up
Hey,
with that.
all right, let's talk PB. We're getting down to the end right now. You've told us about the fact about 5 teams that made the playoffs in the previous year don't make the playoffs the following year. It's been going on, you said, how many years now? 25?
Well, there was 4 teams twice in the last 25 years. Other than that, it's always been 5 teams or more. In some cases, 6, 7, or 8 teams.
So at this very moment, who are the 5 from last year you think will not make it to this year's playoffs?
So you get the Chargers, Colts, Rams, Bears, and either Philly or Dallas. Because Philly and Dallas both made it last year.
That's an
Obviously,
easy
they
one.
both can't make it this year. So one of those 2 would be one of them. And then you got Bears, Rams, Colts, and Chargers. There's your 5 out. 5 in would be Steelers, Vikings, Niners, Packers, and Bills.
Yep.
And even if the Steelers don't make it and the Titans make it over them, the Titans would be a new one as well. So there's your 5 in.
Hey, by the way, Jaguars benched Foles.
Yeah.
That makes, and you know what? He's having a bad year. Obviously, he was hurt. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
But between him, Wentz, and Matt Ryan, all 3 of them signed big contracts in the last year.
Yeah.
They all suck.
Yeah, I know. And Foles was the biggest joke out of all of that because the guy was a perennial backup.
Right?
So Jacksonville deserves what they get.
Hey, how about Josh Shaw? Got suspended from the Cardinals for gambling. Do you hear what got him bagged?
Where did he get him back?
He was betting a parlay against the Cardinals, and that's what he got caught on.
He's in his Pete Rose mode.
Moving on. All right, yeah, exactly. All right. Firing season's begun. Ron Rivera's gone. Does that mean Cam Newton's all done?
I mean, the guy's at the end of it. He's in definitely his downside of his career, right?
Hey, by the way, you mentioned him a few minutes ago. Let me ask you a question.
The backup's done well, too. Allen's
Yes.
done well.
DYK, which NFL team now has the longest drought of not winning 10 games in the season?
Oh, my God.
You just mentioned him a minute ago.
San Francisco.
The Buffalo Bills, 99 was the last time they won 10 or more games.
Wait, when they made the Super Bowl a few years ago, Super Bowl. When they made the playoffs a couple of years ago, they were 9-17?
Yes.
Were they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. Hey, Pats, we got to bring this up, fans. We got to bring it up because we're Pats fans. Horrible game the other day against the Texans. PB, thoughts on that game and how do they correct it?
Yeah, I mean, the offense is just dismal right now. They can't run the ball.
But they also gave up a lot of points in that game.
They did, but their defense figures stuff out. I'm not worried about that.
I will say this, though. They have shown this now twice. Lamar and now with Deshaun, athletic quarterbacks who can get outside the pocket and create havoc are a threat to them.
Which is a concern because if they lose to
Mahomes, same type of guy.
Now you have Kansas City, Houston, and Baltimore, which are 3 teams that you could face 2 of those 3 in the playoffs, right? Potentially on the road if you don't get your act together.
And God forbid, I know they crushed him early in the year, but Josh Allen's the same type of quarterback. Look what he did against Cowboys for Thanksgiving. He does the same type of thing.
I mean, we beat them in Buffalo, and Buffalo coming here. I think the Patriots should take that game, but I'm not convinced right now that that's an easy win. Are you?
No, I'm not.
And if they drop that game,
I get it. The wide receivers are a problem. They're all young. But you know what? Stud quarterbacks make a way to make a difference.
And if they drop that game, they could lose the division.
They could.
They could be a wild card.
So O-line's a problem. Right now, I think the defense is susceptible to outside running quarterbacks. That's a little bit of a gamble to them right now.
But you got Mahomes' knee thing that might keep him inside the pocket a little bit more.
I hope so.
You know. come playoffs, his knee's going to be different.
By the way, the only thing I thought was good out of the game, James White definitely showed he doesn't need a fullback to run. Sony Michel needs a fullback to run. James White ran out of the single back set, I thought effectively. Do you agree?
Yeah, I agree 100%. Yeah, and he caught the ball out of the backfield quite nicely, too, in that game.
The only two guys that caught him was him and Julian.
He kind of looked like the Atlanta Super Bowl, way he played, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was all over the place.
We've been waiting for that for like 3 years, right? I don't know what Bill's been doing over there, but okay. All right, so what's going to happen this weekend? We're going to pick that game momentarily, but what are they going to do this weekend to win that game?
Yeah, I've been saying this a little bit. I don't know where his health is right now, but I don't know why Damian Harris isn't playing some football right now.
And running back?
I think they need to get a guy in like that could really... I mean, think about all the running backs that were drafted this year that are playing in the NFL. You know, even guys like Scarborough right now for Detroit, out of Alabama, right? He's coming up, and he's doing well.
Yep.
There's just so many guys, and I just think they need to get their running game going. And Kansas City, as we know, has one of the worst run defenses in the NFL.
They do.
So you got to run the ball. What's the weather going to be like? Sunday. Actually, Sunday's going to be a Sunday.
It's going to be a mild day, 50 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice day.
A little bit of rain late, but it's still going to be a mild day.
Yeah. So, I think it's ball control, time of possession, special teams, keeping the ball between the 30s and trying to get that field position.
Speaking of special teams, who the heck is going to kick? They don't have a kicker on the roster right now.
Yeah, I know. I wonder.
The punt to Bailey right now is the guy that's going to be the field goal kicker. They say.
Really? That'd be fun.
I'm a little concerned. You don't win Super Bowls going on your 5th kick of the year.
No, I agree.
Oh, we got a caller.
We're going into our pick 6.
Hey, good afternoon, PBnZ Sports Chaos.
Hey, good afternoon. G-Money here.
G-Money, get ready. We're about to do our pick 6 momentarily, brother. Thanks for calling in, man.
No problem.
All right, hey, last note. PB, give us the update on the Survivor Fantasy. I know you've been running away with it for, like 3 weeks now?
Yeah, I've won the most weeks out of the year, but unfortunately the bad weeks I've had have been bad weeks. So the consistency of KC Josh is coming through. He actually won the week, and he's in the lead for the year as well.
Consistency? He was dead last for the first 5 weeks of the year.
I know, but he's
now in first place?
He's in first place, won the week, and he's in first place for the year.
Oh, my God.
Still got 4 weeks to go. A lot can happen. We're not that far apart.
Hey, Z, is that funny math or is that real math?
Real math.
All right. PP in our league, I guess. All right, let's get into the picks, boys. Indy goes to Tampa Bay. PB, what do you like there?
In Tampa, Indy's fighting for more than Tampa is right now, so that might play into it. I know Tampa has potential to do well, but I'm going to take Indy here in a little bit of an upset on the road.
All right. What do you got, G-Money?
I like the Bucs. The Colts are way too banged up right now. They're missing their best receiver. Their kicker's out. Vinatieri's looked like shit this year, but still, the down on kicker's a problem.
So you're taking the Bucs?
I'm taking the Bucs,
yeah.
I'm with you, PB. I got the Indy.
Yeah, Mac's coming back this week. So.
Yes. All right. Hey, by the way, Vinatieri may be done over there, right?
He looked horrible this year.
But he said a hurt knee. He might be all done. All right. Hey, let's go on to the next game. Baltimore goes to Buffalo. The running quarterback battle. Yeah. PB.
I'm going to... Another road team I'm going to take here. I think Baltimore's going to go up to Buffalo and take care of it. Until they show me otherwise, right now they're playing really, really good football.
It's hard to pick against them.
I can't pick against them.
Gee, what do you think?
I never learned my lesson, and I like to be a contrarian, so I'm going with Buffalo. The Bills' defense will be the first defense to stymie Jackson, and they'll win a close game.
All right, I'm going Buffalo. I'm going with Baltimore. What did I say? Last week I said I'll never go against Baltimore, and I'm not. All right. Tennessee at Oakland. This has some playoff implications. Tennessee runs the table they're in. Oakland has a long shot, but they're going to be playing competitively. It's at Oakland. PB, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm sticking with my road picks here, and I'm going to stick with...
Another road team, all right.
I'm going to go Tennessee again on this one, yep.
G-Money.
I think Oakland pulls it off. This is one of the last games at the
Coliseum.
Three differences.
They're playing for their playoff lives.
I'm with PB. I hate to pick another road team, but I think Tennessee's playing too well right now.
So all three were aligned on it. He's got all of the opposites.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Seattle goes to the Rams. PB.
Another one. I'm going to take Seattle in that game. Seattle, I'll ask you.
You got a little trivia question for us on this one.
Who's the only undefeated team on the road in the NFL this year?
And I would think it would have been the Ravens, but I know they lost the game now that I think about it, and I'm kind of stymied. But tell us,
Yeah, it's the Seattle Seahawks. And
who's usually better at home when they got 2 losses?
yeah,
Crazy.
the 12th man right at home. But I'm
Wow.
they're gonna go on the road. They're gonna beat the Rams.
Wow! All right, G Money, what do you think of this game?
I like Seattle. Wilson in prime time. Do I need to say more? He's 26-5 in prime time games.
That's right. They're on the Monday night game again, right?
Sunday night.
So
No,
Sunday.
Sunday night.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got Seattle as well. All right. San Fran goes to New Orleans. Another potential conference championship playoff game here.
Yeah, New Orleans offense right now is firing on all cylinders. They're all healthy. Kamara's in there, Thomas in there, Breeze is in there. Taysom Hill's just been playing really, really good football lately in many different roles.
The Swiss Army
It's-
knife.
and it's at New Orleans. I'm taking New Orleans in that game. San Francisco drops 2 in
Gee,
a row.
what do you think?
I like the Saints. Battle for the number 1 seed in the Big Easy. I'll take the Hall of Fame QB.
You know, I really want to pick San Fran. I think they're a better team, but New Orleans wins because it's a home game. All right. KC at the Pats. Oh, my goodness. All right, PB, what do you think?
Jeez, I have to go with the coming off the loss theory on this one. I do think the Patriots are struggling a little bit right now. I know they're 10-2, tied for best record in the NFL, and we're sitting here complaining about our team, and that's just our spoiled nature that we have here in New England. But when you get right down to it, I think Kansas City is the better team. I really do at this point. But it's in New England. And
You really got us on a hook right now. What are you, so where are you going with this?
And coming off of that loss, a loss on prime time.
All right.
That I'm gonna go with the Pats by a field goal.
Jesus Christ, you had us going all different ways. I thought you were going to say Kansas City.
The punt is going to kick
All
a
right,
26-yard field
all
goal
right.
to win it.
Gee, what do you got?
Yeah, there's 3 guarantees in life: death, taxes, and the Pats don't lose in December or January. So give me the Pats.
Oh, good. Hey, that's a good analysis. You know what? I believe athletic quarterback, outside passing, outside screen plays. Unfortunately, the Pats have not been able to show me. They lost to Lamar. They lost to Deshaun. They're going to lose to Mahomes as well. Pats go down.
All right.
All right. Let's do lock of the week. G Money, I'll start with you in the lock of the week. You've been running around 70%. You were doing good last week with your first 2, so please don't pick more than 1 or 2 at worst.
That's fine. I'll pick just 1 this time. I'm at about 72% for the year, which is a good number.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, take the Saints -2 to the bank. That is a winner if I've ever seen one.
Oh, all right. That's a conservative pick, but I think you're right on that. PB, you told me you have a wild one for us. Give it to us.
It's a little bit of a wild one, but
It's out there a little bit.
I'm going to go with the team I said. The only undefeated team on the road this year is Seattle. And
All right.
LA just hasn't showed me it. I know Goff had a decent game against Seattle his last game. But I think Seattle's playing great football right now. And I'm going to take, that's just a pick. I'll see how those guys win.
That's a pick game, so it's even? Oh, all right,
So
all
I'm
right.
going to take Seattle, and the pick is my lock of the week.
All right, gentlemen. All right, good. So Saints for G Money and the Seahawks for PB. Fans bank on it. These guys are running close to 70% collectively on the year, so it's a good bet. PBnZ, thank you, Jack Abbey, for giving us a little fuel tonight. We'll talk to you soon. G Money, I'll catch up with you later.
Ron. Hey, Z.
Yeah.
Z, I'm rooting for Oregon tonight because that's the only chance your team has of getting into the playoffs.
Yes,
Go Ducks.
Oregon for OU. I love it. Nice.
Go Ducks.
All right, thanks. Take care.
Thanks, gentlemen. See ya.
All right, fans, you heard it. PBnZ Sports Chaos. We came at you live on Facebook tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks to the callers for calling in. We had a lot of fun. Next time we do this, we encourage more callers to call us. Thank you.